Welcome to Simulator Sunday. It is the Sunday just before Christmas.
Railroad.
We're looking at the 21st. Today is the first day of winter.
77.4. Track 2.
Going into 2026.
Repeat, no
Still 2025. Got some big storms coming up this week here in SoCal, as well as Christmas. We'll be here next week, the 28th, for some Simulator Sunday as well. But today, well, it depends. I mean, no, we'll be here, but what are we going to do? That really depends on what's left, because we are in the middle of our yearly server cleanup here on the Mateo Community server, Mateo 2 Community server, MTCS. So, turn that down just a tad bit. It's our Orange City, the BNSF, UP, and MetroLink live feed. We're running the R-CAL0141, finishing the pickups here. And I think today we'll be able to get back to Porphyry, where we're trying to clean up that yard. And there's some 171 stuff there that feel like we'll be able to get out of the yard and at least deliver it. That stuff can go to San Bernardino after it gets processed. So I ran down here to grab some pickups and had a little bit of an issue with auto, but I didn't turn it off. Figured out another way around it because he routed a train behind me. He didn't want to play with me. So here we are, doing some pickups. And yard cleanup for this episode of the Simulator Sundays. Grenade style. Between now and 5th January, I got 4 more work days left. That's always fun. Wonderful schedule I have. Let's see. We're getting to the end here. Let's make sure that don't go too far. So just right here, slam on the brakes. And we're trying to go right back there. So I have to go the other way. I have loads here. So I just want to get these over there. Then I'll have to go around them in order to get it from the other side.
704 coming over.
We'll just ride this one back, because see where it goes, where it takes us.
Right,
on the way down here, the locomotives are left.
Working off the manifest yard.
Well, if I bring up the map here, so we're actually right in here right now. This is the VRS, the VOT rail car scrapping.
You're coming out the east end, they're working off the west end over.
And this portion here is the main track that's out there. So that goes down to San Diego. This is the olive sub here that we're off of. And I have one industry that when I came down with the locomotives, I stopped and grabbed these BEP cars. These hoppers right here. And the locomotives were over here at the DART container, so I pulled everything out. They're ready to go. We'll stop and get those on the way back to Porphyry.
Are you guys gonna pull or We're pulling over.
Get over here where the
Here we go, dispatch out.
we got to get back onto this track over here.
B35, what's your leader on there, over?
What's your leader, there, Batman, on that unit you're on?
I'm gonna let these. They're going pretty slow, so I'm gonna let them go down. Probably once I pass these, be good to go. Come back, pick them up.
Oh, yep, I got TCS 4505, change now, reflect UP704, over. Looking to get some authority, then figure out poke there, over.
All right, so we're gonna go all the way down here. Yeah, these things are pretty good there. I'm gonna put a handbrake on them anyways.
One for an eastward poke, over.
That's the San Diego route right there off the Olive Branch. I don't know that they're gonna get any of these things done, or maybe that will be released whenever they come out with version 4 of Run 8. That's the current rumor. Version 4 is on its way. It's in production.
As UP704 at Mariloma between CPC 00 or CPC 044.
Mariloma there that they're talking about.
Authority to enter main track 1, proceed east, they're over.
It's also part of what's missing off the Riverside branch area. And I keep talking about where the we look on is it off of I'm looking to see if it's here on the map.
Back there, and so I can take this authority back.
Yeah, the streeter. So this area right here is missing. So right here it ends, and that continues through that Mariloma and Ontario and so forth. We would like to see that get completed, as well as in Orange County and San Diego even. And even if San Diego and Orange County were another sub, that'd be okay. I'm gonna go down here and pick up these cars from this side. I'll reorientate power.
How about 2 units?
2 units, that's correct.
Gotta slow her down here. My mouse is on the other one, moving some stuff around.
The 7160 and the 8056.
Yeah.
There we go. 2.4. And then we have a handbrake on here, so we'll release the handbrake. Connect the airlines, and I'm going to do partial on this side. This side stays closed. So I'm going to go open here. It should now go to partial. Go here to the back, make sure that DFM is inconsequential. Turn everything around here. No auto EOT yet because we don't have all the cars we need. There's no reason to run it. Let's see, so we are fully ready to go. Except for the, I'm in neutral here. think I took off the, yeah, I took off the handbrake. Now, I know I'm pretty sure I thought I had hit that this was the lead, but maybe not. So let's do that again because I had it in forward and it was going the wrong way. I do want to make sure that switches that right.
Caller, everybody out of our way, 3030.
So by setting the, when you say make this the primary locomotive, basically all you're doing is inside here, you're throwing these switches into operate. Because if this gen field's off, or the control one's off, you can't, none of the controls have an effect. And we also have ditch lights on this one. That's one thing I need to fix for the next year. Is that all the 45s, if I'm using SD 45s that these are, that they all have ditch lights available to them. So no matter which direction you're going, you have ditch lights.
Done poking out. All right, here we go. I appreciate it. Here we go, dispatch out.
I've also, we had some issues in the last couple of streams that are on Sundays. To see how it goes today, I had a free upgrade. So Spectrum Internet, as you know, because I was complaining about it, but I upgraded it. So I had 600 down before and like 20 something up. And on Sundays I'd get about 0.7 up during the streaming time. It was driving me nuts. So I upgraded my my internet. It's like you have a free upgrade available, or you know, it costs $0 to upgrade. I got gig down, now I got 40 up. So even if something were to be lower, I'm moved off of kind of that set of routers, and I should be on another one due to the speeds. Maybe, unless it's a provision with the modem. I don't know. You know how they do it, but we'll see how it goes. Been watching it all week. Been doing speed tests, and been improved for the upload speed, which is all I care about. Download's always been fast enough for me. It's just always been the upload. So, yeah, last week was rough because the stream died on us, and then I restarted it, and then that died on us, and I gave up. I did finish what I was doing after. And today I've got a couple hours into the server already before I went live, clearing out some of the Los Angeles yards. La Mirada is still in progress. It's not too far from being done. That's the one we were working last week when we were having problems, and I believe the week before. Malabar's clear and closed. LAJ clear and closed. Except for the AB yards. Also, no, let me take that back, because LAJ West still has cars to pick up, and then LAJ A and B have cars to pick up as well for the outbound. Okay, so I have set the air brake cheat to just airlines, and so when I connected there, I popped that open, that there's no air in the cars, so they blew. But we're good now because I did the F7 cheat. Let's turn off that so we have a load over at Sunny. We got a couple liquid cars to go pick up at Sunny Delight, the orange juice, fake orange juice company. Orange sugar water. Is just down here a little ways over on the left past the apartments. We'll make our way onto the orange sub here and towards Sunny Delight. These full gondolas here. They're going to Barstow. There's another NSK. Whatever that local is, they're going via Barstow. They might go UP. I don't quite remember where that is. I do have San Diego cars intermixed in here. I will deal with that. Right now they're on the back. The Porphyry, there was some already there. I had the same problem over in LIJ. Had some right in the middle. Most of it were separated, but I had a full car right in the middle as well of all the empties. We are actually on the main. I can go more, you know, than 18. But we're just going to be stopping right up over here anyways. We'll just leave on. There's a whistle board back there anyways. And you can barely see the outlines of the tankers right here from the way I was looking. We got these to pick up, and that should be it. We'll make our way back to Porphyry. We're going to be doing both road service and local service and yard work. Go stop right before this crossing up here. There's two crossings right in a row. We're going to stop right here at the switch and let the conductor off. All right, the conductor's off. So I've got a San Diego deal in the back here. So I'm going to separate these up here as I pull them out. Let the cars go by up here. Turn those tags off. I guess I should have them on for make sure the San Diego car. It's the very last one over here, but see if I can keep them from getting mixed up. These people are going to have a slow day here. Actually, probably further down, but I'm going to stop a little bit closer here. I put a handbrake on this guy. Close both the angle cocks so that we don't lose our air. So I'm going to pull this, and then the back one will be San Diego, and it'll go right with these.
Loud and clear. Second light. Good man.
All right, let's ride this back, and let's go get our Sunny Delight beverage. So down here, there's, I mentioned on the map, there was, oh, what was it now? It was the Berry Plastics. We're at Sunny Delight and the VRS. The next stop will be kind of past Santiago Canyon, or wherever it is, whatever you call that, a river, going up Santa Ana River. And quite a few miles away. So let's see. We got to go up Esperanza. We come out of here, the Atwood Junction, where we hit the main line from the Olive Sub, is at milepost 40.6. The Metrolink station where we're going to cut off the main line is at 27. So about 13 and a half miles. Mostly uphill. I think I'll be able to stop right before. No, I'm going to go into the level crossing there. Let's see. Gotta hit this. So we are listening to whoever this is. FTM SCO. Oh, we got something dragging here. See the fuchsia color? Let's stop and address that. Fix. So we got dragging equipment here. So we'll fix that one. Then we're gonna pull these. Oh, there are 5 tankers in there. Oh, I didn't know there were that. I didn't realize there were that many. I thought it was only like 3. Weird. It's like we can leave these ones kind of over here because this is the way that it would go. The cars would go from Porphyry down to San Diego, but there's no siding for us to do that here. Kind of pick it up on the way. So we'll take these with us back to Porphyry. Use dynos here to slow down. Take off the handbrakes. We got it all laced up. Go ahead and get in inside the cab here. And just like they're doing now, I want to be prepared to talk to dispatch. So I want to go see. There's Prado is here. So essentially, I want to go. I don't want to go all the way there. I would like. I'm just gonna say I want to go there, and then I'll cancel my route once I get there.
6037 Loma Hauler, all restored. Needs 2 steps at 47 for the east extension.
I'll request a very specific destination,
Go,
which is that signal.
Loma Hauler, all switches, derails or normal for main track 1 movement out of the manifest, correct, over.
I gotta
Correct.
see signal indication for
Location
ATSF
going east,
ATSF 5152. We're headed eastbound. The Dart container.
Here we go, dispatch out.
Right now I've got 1,162 feet on 1,570 tons. And we're looking for, we have a green signal up here, clear.
43.3 phase 1. Ambient temperature 38 degrees.
And again, we are on a main line, so we look at our speed limit. We have a train speed of max 25 through here. And we're only doing 20, so but when we go uphill, it's gonna got 4.2 horsepower per ton. So that will help us.
250 BNSF 5759 north of
Lights are on full in the front.
First channel off the main track number 1 there. Right at milepost 369.5.
Another crossing coming up.
Dispatch out.
This one, when I honk the horn, I don't get the bell automatically like I do on the wide bodies. So if I'm under 40 and I hit this whistle board, I activate the bell, and then I honk the horn, I whistle as needed. I'm gonna leave the bell operating now because there's the next crossing right in front of us. Showing a little foggy here in SoCal, but this, according to where I'm at, which is up this, I'm down the tracks here physically, 20 miles or so. 25 miles. Currently in Fullerton. I'm in the Riverside San Bernardino area. But it's not foggy outside. Clear day. 82 degrees here in SoCal.
7985 west.
Or at least where I'm at. Neil and Empire.
7989 west, coming over.
Yeah, you're down south of East Detroit, main sector.
We don't need those tags anymore, so we'll get rid of those.
MTCS.
And we're running two SD45s as part of the local service. There's a industry right up here to the left. That's the when I was talking about the Berry Plastics. As I came down, I backed in to grab the.
Alfalfa, or what are you guys looking to do there?
the three
Yeah.
covered, excuse me, covered hoppers. Took them down with me.
Action. Alright, here we go. Yep, your PD's still up and active.
That is correct, though.
Our crossing coming up. The crossing's going to be Kellogg Drive, according to the map here from the depotserver.com that we're following.
That's correct. 7985.
Here's our whistle board, so get ready to activate the bell.
You can act on it, and I'll get you light going west.
Check my, make sure, track speed 50. I'm going to go ahead and notch up to 8. I'm going to be going up a pretty steep grade here, so I want to make sure that we get the speed that we need. We have plenty of horsepower. We're going to be able to get up there without too much trouble. Go. Smoking up the hill. It's actually, the hill's just starting now. I get a running start so that we can climb it without any issues. Let's see, where am I? I'm here. I do have a red, right? No, I'm on the bottom, so I have a... Oh, I do have a green. I saw a yellow. Yeah, we got, this is many miles here, so we didn't have any problems except for when I just let off the gas. I saw the two reds of that other signal.
Detector, milepost 38.0, main 2.
Detector 38. Send that to Poolan. Here we go. I got a screenshot of it.
BNSF detector, milepost 38.0, main 2. No defects.
That's me. No defects.
No defects.
We fix that.
Axle 8.4, train speed 4.5, MPH, ambient temperature 3.5 degrees, out.
35 degrees. I don't think so. 82 maybe. Let's go to notch. I wanted to go notch 6. Rail driver took me down to 5. That's okay. Watch how fast we slow down here. I'm at 47. I'm going to go ahead and get back up to notch 7. We're leveling out a little bit, so I'm going to come back off of the power. Right at the max, cusp of the max speed here. If I get it to stay at 7. We'll just watch what we do here. Especially as the grade starts steepening.
Approach 30.
UP on the wipe is UP04.
So as I do that, by the way, the cars are going to be banging back and forth on each other. I wish this rail driver had like little notches. You know, they'd wear out, but still, you know, if you had, if you could feel it. Now I'm at 1.3, so It went quick from 0.3 to 1.3. Here we go. We're in 8. What's that up there?
Switch her over.
PTC didn't like that. You gotta recover.
A yellow light up there, but it could be a street light. It is. You can see the outline of it right here, the little... But we're at notch 8 right now, and we're maxed out. We're slowing down, actually, because 1.1 grade. Now we're starting to speed up again.
I'll clear up. Mark, my radio.
Here we go.
Now, see, we're starting to... grade is leveled off a bit, so we're going to be speeding up, but then right up here, you can kind of see, I'm going to have a meet here in a second. An oncoming. Here's a 45 reduction. Grade should start climbing here in a second. Should actually start getting pretty steep here. Starting to climb now a little bit. So when the I've said this before, when the detector, the what do you call this? The alarm bell thing goes off. See if you're paying attention. Noise. I normally will bleed the locomotive brakes and bail off instead of it just acknowledging the alarm. I just do a bail off. So as long as you make some sort of train change in speed, dynamics, brakes, whistle, then that acknowledges the alarm, resets the counter. I just do a bail off. I don't even know where the
railroad detector milepost.
I don't think I have one in here.
7.4.
Deadman switch or something.
Track 1. No defects.
Got rid of those.
No defects. Total
I don't have an
axle
acknowledgement in
4.
here.
Speed 7. 6 out.
Take care of the board.
Maybe the conductor does. Right. Yeah, the deadman switch. Goes in emergency if you don't acknowledge it. I don't see it anywhere. No lights flashing here. Look like it's modeled over here, huh? There actually used to be like foot switches. People would put toolboxes on them. And then that defeated the purpose. So they put a timer switch that you have to acknowledge or make a train movement before it goes off. See what we're looking at. I'm currently speeding. Not by much, but we're going uphill, so.
OPCC, calling UP4506, over.
Slowing down now.
BNSF detector milepost 32.0.
Another 4 or 5 miles to go here.
39 degrees.
Notification of a PTC enforcement, just checking in, seeing what all you had going on there when it happened, over.
Anyways, Brandon, how you doing?
Well, I think you're between towers. I'm not picking you up very well. Can you hit 984, see if I might get a better tower, over?
Again, so what you're hearing live is the Orange City.
I think you got a
The Orange City is what it's called. It's provided by railroadradio.net. It's BNSF, UP, and Metro Link on Orange City. That's currently where we're at anyways. But it does cover this whole span between Los Angeles and Cajon Pass through either UP, Metrolink, or BNSF. Coming up, basically the Santa Ana River runs, the 91 freeway runs kind of in the, up against the hill there. And so we're opposite of that. We're in Anaheim right now, in the Anaheim Hills. These are all the Anaheim Hills around us. And we're coming up into Corona, which is the border between Orange County, Riverside County. Call this this Santiago, or this is the Esperanza siding. You know, it's Esperanza control point, Esperanza that we pass at the bottom. I keep saying Santiago, but that's down in Irvine. This control point up here is called Prado, and there's a, basically to the left up here would be the Prado Dam. And that was a mural on it. They created the dam and painted the mural in 1770 or 1976, on the 200th anniversary of the country. And now we're coming up on the 250th. It's crazy. 50 years ago, they dammed up the Colorado, or the, not Colorado, the Santa Ana River goes out to the beach. I think it's between Newport and Huntington Beach. It drains off. Are we starting to get some internet issues?
Back with you, Homer.
On 30 up.
See what I got here. Looks like the internet on my end's doing good. Yeah, it did lock up for a second. I monitor as well, but you know, I'm internal. Even though I'm seeing it on YouTube, but I'm still inside of the network. But it dropped about 10 meg. I upgraded it from 20 to 40. All they'd give me. So instead of, you know, and I stream it at like 12 meg or something like that. So instead of dropping to like below, it only went to 32. But yeah, it did lock up for a second. You know, there's nothing I can do about it. Upgrade as best I can do. So if it does cut out, you know, we need to send dirty language down to Spectrum and charter cable. 'Cause that's, it's either that or I get AT&T's ridiculous fiber, and there's no way. Like, it's like too slow. So you can't even do anything with it. I did the best that I could for the area that I'm in, which is strange because you can go out in the middle of nowhere, Murrieta, Temecula, you know, down past that into San Diego, and you can have like 2 to 5 gig up and down. Yet I'm in civilization, and they just give you the, you know, oh, we'll give you this, we'll give you a gig down, only 40 up, which is better than 20, but they can't, it's oversubscribed. They got too many people on that line. So I'd like some asymmetric internet, Verizon. If you're listening, I'd like you to come into my town and give me internet. Those of you who have Frontier Internet, used to be Verizon Fios, and they sold it off, that division. Well, Verizon bought it back. They just haven't rebranded it yet. So if you have Frontier, you're going to be Verizon again pretty soon. They probably did that so that Frontier would upgrade everything and then they'd buy it back at discount. I don't know. I don't know how all that works. So anyways, we're coming up on our stop up here where we're going to jump out and
Okay, right in order. Okay, thanks.
throw the switch so we can pull off the main. See if we can stop before the crossing right here. Yes, we can.
Dispatcher 248, over.
Loma Hauler on the clear. Thanks for your help.
Clear, alright, appreciate you guys. Dispatch up.
Gotta let some of this traffic go before we
Dispatcher 248, calling the MLBCI, over.
there we go. Everybody's through. I can make no one mad. Let's run. Do I have my flashlight on? I think yeah, I had it on. Blinding everybody. So we got some cars over here to pick up. Simply drive in here and grab them. Actually, I want to pull through. I'm gonna need to go up here, so I'm gonna. I don't want auto to lock me out, so throw that switch there now. And as soon as the train goes by, we'll lock this back for mainline operation. We'll have to keep an eye on that signal though. Set it to restricting in case we go too far. I have a feeling I might. But after we get past that control point anyways, I'm not going to the next signal. It's too far away. So I'm in the block that I need to be able to throw the switch. So restricting would be fine as well. I never put a end of train device on. We would have grabbed the back end here. Actually, we wouldn't have. We'd have had to have the train stop. So I gave myself the restricting. The only way to clear it is to drive train locomotive past it to make it red. So see if it does that. If we did, then I figured out I was too long anyways. But when I back up, I might be short enough where I'll be behind it. And I'll be fine. I can use that signal, and I don't need auto at this point though. Because again, I'm here. I threw that switch, which makes this block there, but yeah, CP May is a couple miles away. And I mean, so this little stretch that I'm in now, this is going to take me all the way to Porphyry, past the yard if I wanted to. Got plenty of room.
Copy that, UP 5610 at
There's the dispatcher we enjoy. Besides that
580 on a clear up.
well, that's actually CP May that has that. I probably didn't even need to do that. I didn't realize I did not even need to do that signal. I don't think so. Now I have to go past it in order to clear it. That was my block, but as soon as I reversed, he would have probably routed somebody into it anyways. All right, so we're gonna air everything up here. Now we go to Porphyry. I was thinking this was a CP here, but this is just a intermediate signal. All right, so now we're 1,934 feet, pulling 1,982 tons. Ten loads, 21 empty cars. do have a crossing after this, Railroad Street, Sheridan. I got 2 crossings. About a mile away is Porphyry. Crossings up there. Now we got an EOTD on. Not carrying one of those like that at this speed. 16.9 miles an hour. And like I said, we got about a mile. We got 2 crossings to go through. Stop at the lumber yard, pick up the empty I-beam. Then we have another industry there that's facing the wrong way for us. Back in and pick stuff up. I think this crossing's out of service. Maybe not.
Clear, go 36.
Whoops. Accidental discharge.
Clear on 36.
So after this, there's a crossing coming up, and then you'll see an Amtrak yard. A couple years ago, I was flying down here doing 50 miles an hour, and I needed to pull into Porphyry, like we're doing now, exactly the same thing. And I was sitting there chatting, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna miss my turn." And I ran over there and threw the switch real quick, hit it at 50 miles an hour, and what do you think happened to the train? Fell off the tracks and immediately disappeared. Eugene, how you doing? Glad you're here. We're working on cleaning out BNSF Porphyry, EPH, in Corona, California. Doing our annual server cleanup. We're going to throw this, by the way. We'll throw the switch now. Gotta make sure that we're slower though. Thank you much. Thank you. We're here every Wednesday, or we're here every Sunday, mostly. Every once in a while I miss, but every Sunday about 3 p.m. on the left coast. About 6 p.m. on the East Coast. We're predominantly do some Run 8 simulator. I need to stop here. I do have a signal in front of me.
Railroad detector milepost 177.4.
We are in a multiplayer environment. We're playing on the Mateo Community Run 8 server.
Total axle 28. Speed 79.
I have Discord links down below. If you would like to join us here, there is a skills check that we put you through just to make sure that you know the basics of Run 8 so that you don't crash the server and ruin everybody else's day. I have videos in this channel and listed on the Discord and how to join that you can follow to make sure that the skills that we're asking you to prove to us, that you have the ability to practice them ahead of time. Very easy. I am also a Depot Plus member, although I don't run the simulator there too often. Every couple months I spend a couple hours on there. Just don't have the time that I used to. I'm a yard master here in the Mateo service, so that takes up most of my free time when I do Run 8. You can also find me on Twitch on Wednesday nights. Twitch.tv/KungfuBeer, where I don't do Run 8 Train Simulator. Currently finishing up a Max Payne 3 series. And then we're going to be going on to Red Dead Redemption, the original, on PC. I don't know if I'm waiting for years past. I've always done during spring training. I do a custom baseball series. Played on a Super Mega Baseball. It's a cartoonish kind of baseball game. And I had all custom teams on there, but there's a newer version, Super Mega Baseball 4, and there's no ability for me to import my teams. So the 18 teams or whatever it is that I have, all custom players. I don't have I'm not going to recreate all the logos and everything like that. I'm waiting for an import tool, and there seems to be traction on that now. If it gets done in time, then I'll do another, I think I did a 32 game series. I played every team twice last year. We removed the EOTD so I can come back and get this. I've closed that switch. That's line and lock for mainline operation. Come back and get these two cars. I'm gonna buckle the knuckles here. Kind of screwed up because I didn't. Those are San Diego cars in the very back. I did not separate them. Oh, I guess those STO. Anyways, I didn't pay attention when I even got those. I'll sort that out later. Because from Corona, we don't want to send San Diego cars, SDG. We don't want to send them all the way back to Barstow because they just have to come back here in order to go to San Diego. So no reason to send them, 3.5, 4 hours up the road, because that's in this simulator. I don't know if you guys have it. Everybody has it. We're in Corona. We're just barely in Riverside, California, or Riverside County here, before you even get to the city of Riverside, right on the edge of it. From here, we are 75 miles from Barstow. In this simulator, I can fly like this all the way to Barstow. So the graphics are a little bit, they're not as amazing as Train Sim World, but that's because everything is loaded already.
Dispatcher 248 over.
Everything is already here. So,
UP BY595.
In order for your computer not to basically have a heart attack, the graphics are going to be a little bit lower,
Going east, they're over.
so that doesn't have to load the entire world with high definition graphics.
FCAX Railroad Detector.
All right, here we go. I got the cars that I need.
177.4.
Take the handbrakes off.
Track 2, no defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 2, 8. Speed 7, 2, out.
We don't need a end of train device now because we're on the lead to the yard, so we're no longer on the main line. For you guys just joining us again, in the background you'll hear radio traffic. That is a stream that I'm running from railroadradio.net. It's called the Orange City. Covers BNSF, UP, and Metrolink here in the Southern California, Orange and Inland Empire, Orange County, and Inland Empire regions. I was trying to get the back of the car here. So we're lined all the way up for the yard here, which is straight ahead. Go ahead and turn off the brights. I no longer need them. So yeah, as you see, the server that we're in right now, that's my save. There's the server that we're in. Let's wait for this to update. These are people who were here, and let's see. Right now on a Sunday, which are normally the lighter days, we have 1, myself, 3, 4, and 5. This is basically the account that hosts the server. So we got 5 people currently in here. Sunday at 4 p.m. left coast. We're bringing these cars back to the yard here. We have another hour. We're going to go deliver cars coming up right here to my right side as we're coming to the back of them. Using those engines over there, those R-CAL0171. That power for those. I did a distance counter, but I did not. Should be just enough. Oh, you guys are in high green? Too much. High green is our sister server, by the way. I'm on the so it's southeastern server, the Southern California server, and then we have Garrison, who also runs this server, runs a secondary server for south. I'm sorry, we're on the southwest. He's on the southeast. Mr. Sock is there. So it's Florida, Atlanta, CSX line. We have 2 servers that run. I also run a northwest server, but not a lot of people ever on it, and I don't visit myself either.
248
In order to have access to these servers, you do that skills check I talked about earlier with us here in the Southwest, and that will provide you access to either, if you have all the DLCs, or you have a DLC, the initial South-East server, then you can have access to the high green server.
Have a good one as well. Here we go. I'll talk to you
One
next
skills
time
check
I'm
gives
here.
you access to both.
Dispatch out.
And that next skills check we're doing is January 3rd,
Here we go. Dispatch out.
starting at 8 a.m. in the morning, West Coast time. I think it goes, I'll spend an hour or so in there, but I think the doors close at 2 or 3 p.m., 2 p.m., about a 6-hour window. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll do one in the afternoon/evening for those that couldn't make it in the morning. We do 2 of these per month, generally. We're not doing, normally yesterday would have been one, but because it's, let me correct myself. Next week, no, it would have been yesterday. The 20th, yeah, it was too close to Christmas, so we did not do one yesterday. Didn't have anybody available. Check you out. And again, I have videos that tell you what to expect, so to walk you through what we're looking for, which is again just the basics of Run 8. We're not looking for anything crazy. We're not trying to make you a real railroader. We just want to make sure that you're not going to crash the server by driving too fast and operating hastefully. That's a thing. All right, so I've brought these cars back. I'm done with these cars here. I'm going to relinquish my train. Notice I don't go up here and then push relinquish here, because see how close the delete is? If you accidentally push that, the whole thing disappears. So I generally go up here and click it that way because there's no delete there. Also going to do a save so that everything I just brought back is here. In case something were to happen, the server, if this is a supply train, it would be, you know, more important, but it's not a supply train. It's just going back to Barstow. But we are going to grab this supply train here using these locomotives down here. I'm going to start these up. By the time we get there, they should be running. A hoof. I'm going to hoof it down here. Or I can wait here and then remote control them to me, right? We'll walk down here. We don't want to be too lazy. We'll hop on the ladder here. So we're going to the end of this train, and then we'll grab it and start making our way out. But we do this week in and week out over the course of a year. We have supply trains that are randomly spawned. They come from the edge of the maps. They drive into Barstow, or they get classified at Barstow, built into trains that are going to come down here. Specifically where I'm at is the San Bernardino sub. So they basically like customer orders. They come in, they get classified, built into trains, and then players will drive those supply trains down to the yards. In many cases, there'll be a multi-yard train, so they'll drive down here to Porphyry and drop off cars and continue down the line to La Mirada or Los Angeles. And then we'll break up those cars in the yards, classify them or reclassify them for the industries, and go deliver them to the industry where they get processed, and then they're given outbound tags, meaning that they have been processed by the customer. The customer wants them to go somewhere else, to somebody who pays them or who they pay for, and return the cars back to wherever they're going. So then that's an outbound, and that's what we have here. We just grabbed our cars from the customers, brought them back to the yard, and from here they'll get built onto a train going back to Barstow, and they'll get reclassified again to their final destination. And that's how the railroad works. So for about 48 weeks, that's all we do. And as we hit December every year on this server, the Mateo community server, we want to get all the cars off the server. We want to go into the new year with a clean server, so we go through this drill where we turn off the supply trains. We clear out all the yards. We get all the trains out of all the yards, get them back to either West Colton or Barstow, the main classification yards on the server. And then from there, they drive off map and disappear. And when we're done, the end of the year. This one, see, this SD45 doesn't have ditch lights either, so I need to replace these with ones that have ditch lights. But I don't have them right now, so I'm gonna end a train device, and we're gonna get ready to go. First stop is gonna be the Brooker's Mill. So we'll make sure our switches are lined up. We got to go deliver these out of here, and so when we leave Porphyry here, remember I have that signal up there already set. So I'll look anyways, but you can see, where did we go? I still have this. This is the one ahead of us. It's still about a mile away. So it's in restricting, which means nobody can come this way. We have to pass it. What's up, Eric?
I'm sure Cajon is one for the he's following one from there.
All right, what do we got going on here? Air. 1,755 feet with 3,200 tons. 2.2 is our HPT horsepower per ton. For every ton, I've got 2.2 thousand pounds of, I don't know, horsepower. 2 horsepower. Almost 2.5 horsepower for every 1 ton. That's what that means. Which is plenty.
Just knocked down Arlington.
Now we're in the R-CAL, running the R-CAL0171. And this train is full because all these, there's loads here. Let's see if I can get it. Got lumber, boxcars, got the tankers in the front. Probably hazmat. More lumber. Otherwise, lumber yards. I think there's only one there now. It used to be more. And then we got Brooker's Mill, probably making cereal. So once we pass this, signal's up there that we have a restricting on, so we'll have plenty of room to. Doing this local, by the way, there's stops off the main, so having auto work this one for us is more of a pain in the butt than just doing a restricting. And you know, you would be able to talk to a human and say, like, you know, like we're listening to live right now, say, hey, you know, I'm going down the main and then I need to stop here at this milepost, drop off this for this customer, and then pull out. And you know, you'd have the track authority for that. You have track warrant between the industries and track authority to reverse. We don't do all that here. We just normally will use auto or do restricting signals ourselves. So I've set a restricting, so I have the ability to go within the block unfettered access without having to deal with auto. Here we're coming out of the yard at 11 miles an hour. Onto the main line. Rights are on. DOTD's on. And we're off to deliver some cars. At 4:20 p.m. Because I have the restricting ahead of me, even if train's not long enough, I will be able to pass that signal. not a red. Let me pull the train out here. As we look at the where we're going here, we're pulling out of Porphyry right here. We have CP May that we're going to be crossing. A couple of crossings on this side. Brookhurst Mill is the first customer right here, followed by CRP, which are the tankers at the front end. And then we will need to cross over right here at West Riverside, so that we can get on this side of the tracks for Champion Lumber, East and West, and the Reliable Hardware. And then we'll pull the locomotives right here into the siding before High Grove, and then we'll be done. That's going to take probably a good 45 minutes. So. Doesn't seem very big on the map, but if we're pulling out right here, our detector's at 22.4. RHS, the mile marker is 7.2, so 22 minus 7, 16 miles, 15 miles. Line and lock for mainline operation. Let's go ahead and get into the engine from here. Even though we're restricting, you know, we're limited to 15 miles an hour, you have to mainly have to stop the train within half the distance that we can view. We're not too worried about that portion. See, why does it feel like we're going kind of slow? I mean, we are, but what we got here. My custom map here, I have the BNSF and UP radio channels. Channel 36 we're on, and star 15 if we need a contact auto. So let's go to channel 36 now. We don't need to tone auto. We don't need to communicate with them. We'll just monitor 36. Obviously in the simulator here, auto does on channel 0 or whatever channel. But if I have anybody in the server trying to communicate with me, I'll be able to see them if they're on 0, but they will not be able to see any replies because I am on 36. So I'd have to go back to 00 for them to read my text. And run 8, when you're in multiplayer, text is open right here when you hit tab. So next stop is going to be Brookhurst Mill, and that is just before mile, well, it's after mile marker 16, so it's 5 miles away. So let's run her up, get as fast as we can go here. One has a fast bell here. Next, just under a mile, well, about half a mile is Buchanan Street. This local's not very big, so we've only got, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 customers on this. spread out over, 15 miles. There's only one that is in the opposite direction, and that's CLW, and that's what we use that siding for. To switch direction and be able to dump it off. And then when you pick up, you would pick that one up. Well, you pick up, so now it's interesting because when you pick up, everything's backwards to you. But picking up's way more tricky than dropping off. Well, let's take a look here at the map. We do have a stop here at Arlington. Brooker's Mills before that, so I'm not too worried about that right now. Yeah, kind of a curve up here. Right after the curve is where we're gonna throw a switch and back into Brooker's Mill. When it comes to auto, if you requested to go to a certain signal and it's not close enough to the next signal, he won't let you throw switch. And I went the other way before I started stream. There was a switch that I wanted to back into, but he had routed another train right behind me and he wouldn't let me throw it, so I didn't turn auto off, but I did other things that only I have the ability to do as a yard master, which is I just basically collected the cars and respawned them because I couldn't get into that switch and I didn't want to turn auto off and back on. So it's from, I think I got it off Broadcastify, but it's railroadradio.net is who's providing the stream. The stream is called Orange City or Orange County, Orange CTY. I keep saying city, but it's Orange CTY. It's BNSF UP Metrolink. This stream provided by railroadradio.net. I think I found it on Broadcastify, but I've had it for a long time. Then I'm playing it through VLC, so that's a little more complicated. If you don't know how to do that, that's not something I can help you with over the stream. Something you can Google and it'll tell you how to do it. Railroadradio.net. But Google that first. See what I can find. Yeah, it says it cannot be found. So. So if we go here, I went to Google Broadcastify, and then this is, you say browse California live feeds. There was something somewhere, so I actually have a login, but I'm not going to log in now. But if you go to Rail, you pick what you want. I think this is like Orange County or something, even here. So you can listen. Like a lot of these police channels and stuff, I mean, many of them are encrypted now, so like the sheriff's department, I don't think that's going to work public safety wise.
47.2 is out for the I'm not a key train up the IC.
But it was railroad that I found this on. That's Metrolink. Let me see if I can.
BS-15, Fullerton over.
CSXT 5425 west, over.
Go ahead, over.
There's a Brooker's Mill up there. I'm trying to find this right now. Audio.
Watson and figure out exactly where we're taking this. We tried calling them a couple times and we couldn't get an answer from them. And as well, if you can order us a van to pick us up from wherever that is.
I am. How am I doing this? So I don't know. I don't know if this will work. The Run 8 Studios.
All right, yeah, I'll ask them. All they told me was that it's going to the ports. But
I'm going to copy this. I'm going to put it in the dispatcher chat.
All right, thank you, appreciate it.
So we brought BS-15 out.
This is I say it was. I don't remember now. Let me turn that off. So railroad. All right, so that's what I'm running in the dispatcher chat, Eric, at the Mateo Community Server. There's a BNSF live stream, orange, and it's a PLS, which is some sort of link to it, and you'll open that in VLC, Videoland player. If it doesn't work, well, then you have to look that up. I'm not providing any support for it. That's how I do it. Now we've arrived at the Brooker's Mill, so let me get things ready here. Not what I wanted to do, but what I did. So let's take a look up here. Our next stop, we're going to be pulling in, it's further up than I thought, which is great. Come on back. We're going to back in right here, get past it, and yeah, up off our first load. There's another reason to not use auto for this. Bring up the tag so we can see what we're trying to see. These CRPs, these are going to come off, and we're going to leave these cars where they are in order to accomplish that. Pretty much just worried about the ones that are in the rear here. Carrying a lot of wood, so it's pretty heavy. Auto lumber. Oh, it looks like there's some intermixing going on too. I like those. It really doesn't bother me. I don't always like when this thing is set to just easily dump off, but depends on how much time I have. four cars that are going to go here to the Brooker's Mill. Got to grind up some stuff. All right, so unlock that. Close that angle cock and move the OTD now. And we're gonna ride this in. I feel like there's just too much weight and too many cars to kick these back here. It is downhill. But if I slam on the brakes, you know, the coupler's going to get a lot of stress on it and potentially break the couplers. And then what? So we're going to use the dynamic brakes on the locomotive here to slow us down. No bumper back here. Oh yeah, there's a little bumper. Little cross beam 4x4s. Apply all the dynamics now. Put a locomotive brake. Now a lot of locomotive brake. You can put a handbrake. Handbrake all of these, they will anyways, but we are going to close this angle cock and pull forward. After we open, well actually we can't. You take the pressure off. Back just a little bit. And now we're going to pull forward. Going to attach the EOTD there. Partial and open. But blew it off probably because I went when I put it on there, I didn't wait long enough. Doesn't make sense. So if I attach this, the CFM is 33. If I go partial, it keeps falling off. I don't know why that is. So I'm going to get off the train. I'm going to relinquish and then re-grab this. Because that's not normal behavior. It keeps opening for some reason. Coming up in air pressure. I'll be pulling on brakes here. I just hit F7 in order to charge everything up fully. Oh, Brooker's done. Now we just got to throw that main line switch back to locked. Go. And the engine would stop, and then we get back in it. So if I look at the map, I don't need to, well, you guys will see it too now, because if I look at it, next one, CRP, that's after Jefferson. Looks like this one is Jackson. Got the Oilers, and then we're going to go up here, and then we have, that's Arlington. We have red 4. So let's go to Arlington. Give our self-restricting there. There's Jefferson.
CS 15, CS 16, 54, 25.
We're going to pull in here. We're going to occupy the main for a minute as well.
Going to Pier W, I've got a top end and a bottom end plug in there. Which one is that one?
Man, I have no idea what you're talking about. We, out of San Bernardino, we never spot over there. We usually take it to Dolores, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, these are set for us.
That's where the train's ended up, so I'll just plug in a train for Dolores, and I guess you can call me if you end up somewhere else. I'll adjust it over.
All right, sounds good.
All right, boss. Uber's in the clear. Bottom 0 coming down. If you come into outbound 1, tie it down and leave it running for me, please.
Oh, because I threw that switch too soon. So I ran an absolute signal, even though I gave myself a restricting. However, when I went to open this switch here, that threw the restricting back red. So kind of a technical reason that was red. It didn't change much. I still have prevented any AI traffic from coming this way, but in order to do it right, I should have waited until now, once I pass that signal, to open that. I do cover that in my, like, how to auto correctly. I just didn't follow my own advice in that situation. So we're going to go stand right here. And again, most of the train's going to be probably blocking this crossing. Again, and I didn't have ditch lights, so should have them, but this one don't. I don't know why they put models in here that don't have the ditch lights when they know they're going to be used for, you know, this kind of mainline traffic. Like, it's on almost everything else. Just one SD45, I guess, that doesn't have ditch lights. One model of them. Going back off ditch lights. Just these tankers here that I need to worry about, so. I want to make sure that the other car stops here. I'm going to disconnect. No more than probably right here. 1. Let's see. Let's look at the tags. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops. Didn't get a chance to close the angle cock. So we are still blocking the crossing there, but we're doing a local. We got to do.
All to the bottom zero, zero coming up. Y'all get home safely.
All right. This is probably hazmat. So we'll make it hazmat. Dang it! Pushed the wrong one. All right, let me hit F7. Close that one. That's what I meant to do. I'm gonna bleed the brakes. I gotta watch these, make sure they don't go too crazy back. Try that on your other train simulator game. All right, let's go watch these. Make sure they go where they're supposed to. The FM, wait for it to come down below 180 or 80. Not there yet. Now it is. Let's go ahead and go full open. Pull this thing forward. Handbrake off.
Amtrak, 582 highball clear, 171. Clear, 582 up.
Gonna be really slow here. He'll get there. So all these will actually process. Now I'm kind of blocking this, but wherever they stop is fine. I'll put a handbrake on when it's done. I've already thrown that switch, so it'll pull over. It'll pull out on Madison, back on the main. It'll be good to go. I would like this to roll back more if it will. I should have been a little bit faster, but I don't think I'm going to get it. I'm not pulling any more cards into here, though. We're at the end of the year, and as soon as this gets processed, they're coming out. So there we go. I'll put 2 handbrakes on, and that's all she wrote for that crap, CRP. Going to line and lock this back for mainline operation. The other end is already set. You can see up there. We're coming out on the main right here. Unzoom. So we're going to stand right here and We got a couple mixed mashes of, oh, let's see, we need to cross over here. We're gonna give ourselves a restricting so we can cross back over. And then that gives us everything that we need to finish, minus maybe this signal here. That'll be about, I don't know, let's do the math. We're coming out of CRP. The mile marker for the switches is 13.74. And we're going to pretty much all the way to the end at 7. So 7 miles.
That's right.
All right, the train stopped for us and picked us up. Now we're back on the main. Starting to get dark here. This is an hour ahead of what the actual time is. So this says it's almost 6 p.m. But it's in reality where we're at in the world. Only just shy of 5 p.m.
You just go to the hotel.
All right. Yeah, I might pick up Clayton's car. I'll let you know.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna get dark on this.
I do.
It's getting a lot shorter. We still got stuff to do.
I'm in bed to wait for that LPK back. You're definitely number one though.
Check our headlights.
I just get a little bit there. Restriction right here, starting here, rate for 40, 37, so we're within that. That will go away after the connection to the UPLA sub, Streeter, West CP West Riverside, there's an oiler. Full speed right here. Back up to 50, we go. Get those green boards being. do have a red up here. Should have a restricting though. Oh, those are going the opposite way. That's not our signals. They're glowing, but they're not for us. They're going the other way for this UP line that comes off here.
David, is that car 4 or 5 in the dispatcher?
There we go. There's our restricting. Again, technically, we'd be going up to 15. More importantly, we need to be able to stop within half the length of our train, without half the distance that we can see. If we had a dispatcher would know, so we would have a clear instead of a restricting. And right there you see track speed's 50, so we're operating within the speeds. Now we're on the right track for these last three industries. First one we're not going to be able to do because we're on the wrong side of the cars. So we're going to go past, deliver the other ones, and then we'll go to the siding, or we'll switch directions and then go deliver those. However, you probably won't see those because as soon as we get the first set dropped off, we'll end it. RHE, or not RHE, the CLE, that's coming up right around the corner here. See a warehouse up there? No, that's not it. It's after a signal. Getting close to home anyways. I just live not too far away from all this. Very close. There we go. Getting closer to the CLE. Champion Lumber West and East. We're going to pass again the west yard. We'll be able to shove back in the east. Coming up is the west yard before that overpass up there, right after the signal. Right here, and there's a car in there, gotta come out. But we're gonna go to this one. This is CLE. I don't know what the back, see what the back is. The CLEs, we've got a bunch of them. Do we have any more? Nope. Yeah, these are kind of in order. So the stuff on the rear, CLW are the ones we're going to have to turn around on. Okay, so we got 5 going in here. Took too much momentum off there.
Clear bullet in. 30.
Okay, so we're going to close that. Remove it. We got to come up here and close the air lines.
Should have kept you there, Richie.
What's that?
Going to close this.
Should have kept you there.
Yeah, I know. Oh, yeah, of course, right?
Oh, actually, we need to
C-A-X,
close that one.
Railroad detector.
We're going to
Milepost
bleed this one,
177.4.
this one, this one,
Track 2, no
This one.
defects. Repeat, no
this one. I
defects.
thought I threw that
Total
switch already.
axle 2, 8. Speed 7, out.
Okay, let's line and lock this for main line. And I'm going to put some handbrakes on here to slow it down. 3 handbrakes, do it. 4 would be better. Now we're going to go up to this one. We're going to do the same thing. Doesn't matter what. So I have the RHS and the other ones. The other ones are on the back of it, and those need to come off CLW. They don't go here, but I'll take them off. And anyways, I'll put them both in here, and then I'll grab the other ones and then pull them out afterwards. There's plenty of room for both sets of cars in here. Be able to do what we're doing.
Then I'm going to set this. We're going to have to go afterwards. Dump off the
Hey, Doug, you still moving up there?
CLW.
Thinking about it. All right, well, you know, we're waiting. Yo, Doc, I've done that for 275 miles.
Almost there.
15 full or 10 or. It's 15 out.
So I still got a couple cars right next to the yard left in Porphyry. After these process, so we'll have to bring these. We'll probably take these over to San Bernardino. Or, you know, leave Porphyry and pick them up along the way, except for the CLE or CLWs because of how to get through those. Might leave them on the siding here later. So all three of these industries should be able to sit in the siding where I'm pulling into now. And then Porphyry would be processed and closed. Then we just have LAJ left and LMC left. A lot of work to do at LMC, so during the week, I don't know if that's what we're doing next week or not. We'll take a look next Sunday. Oh, I just died before I can get past that switch. All right, so now go over to other side. Locomotive here. Going to close this. We're going to bleed everything out. And then I'm going to push these guys back here. And then go a ways. We'll cut those loose, and then we'll keep following back with some more these RHS cars, and that'll be it.
Clear 5-inch boat.
Slow her down as we bring it back. All these are going back here to be processed. So we don't go too far back. Like they're in there like swimwear, so maybe a little bit more back. Or is it good? Gotta get to the other ones. So it's actually can be processed, but I want to make sure it clears. And that's it. We've completed Porphyry. So gonna be done here. If we can find something else to view on the way out. Gonna lock this. I'll be pulling up here in a minute, but let's lock it for now. See what else we got on the road. Gonna be cleaned out. Looks like there's nothing going on here. No bad miner. Thank you very much. I had some really long ones that were going. Where are they at? SCL, it's coming down. I sent some stuff out earlier. Maybe they made it. Go in the past and let's watch these go by. Oh, this thing's dead stopped, huh? Or it's just getting to go. What is that, oils? Looks like that. Oh, they went. Wow, it's pretty foggy up here. Excuse me. I don't even know where we're at right now. Watch this thing go by. Going to Denver. This is one of the ones I made. This one's going to be a long one. Well, everybody have a great week. Have a Merry Christmas. We'll see you back here next Sunday. For more Simulator Sunday. Be the last one of the year. So come on back and we'll see you then. Everybody have a good one. If this train goes away, we'll end the stream. But thanks for watching and I'll see you next week. Everybody take care.